Hey, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sapphire Rich News. Give people a few seconds to pile in, and then we'll talk about today's topic. Hey, Julianne, how are you today? It's loud. Well, I can turn off the air conditioner. Is that better? Dishwasher's almost done. It's usually not that noisy. You're welcome. So, Jim Jordan was on the Benny Show yesterday afternoon, and he said that Leticia James should get fined $300 million. And his logic was reasonable. He said she wanted to fine President Trump 300 plus million dollars or seize his assets if he couldn't pay. So she should have to pay the same cost. She did. She worked with Alvin Bragg, and they used a expired felony and misappropriated the law to bring up all of these charges. And I'm still waiting for the stupid New York Court of Appeals to release their decision. Over a month ago, they said they made a decision, but they haven't released it yet. Very, very interesting. And this morning, Trump held a press conference at the White House, at the Oval Office, and he laid out how that the price of medications is so rigged, which we all kind of knew that. And then he pointed out his friend who's overweight, who's on this drug to help him lose weight, and the friend was in London and called Trump and told him, this stupid medication that I take to help me lose weight, and Trump tells him it's not working, but go ahead. He said, It cost me $88 here in London. When I buy it in New York City, it cost me $1,300 for the same medication. The same box, the same everything. Yeah, his fat friend. That was funny. And I liked the way he put it. He said, my fat friend. And then he said, and that's okay. And then when the guy said he was on medication to lose weight, he told him, it's not working. That was funny. And then stupid ABC, I think it was ABC, tried to get him on the free plane from Qatar. Tried to make it out that it was uh, a gift to him. And he said, this is why you're fake news. He said, because I just said that the plane is being given to the military for us to use while Boeing gets their act together and gets the new Air Force Ones completed. And said, then after that, and this is where I got a little bit mixed up. He said that it's going to his library, but I don't know if he meant the current Air Force One is going to his library, or if the plane from Qatar is going to his library. That wasn't real clear. Probably the current Air Force One, because he made mention how that uh, President Reagan's library has the Air Force One that he used. Hey, Zach, how are you today? Glad you made it. And that reporter really tried to make hay about him getting a free plane from Qatar, that it was being given to him. And he kept saying, no, no, it's being given to the military. And then they asked about how it would work with the Air Force One going to um, his library, that would he be flying around in it? And he's like, no, no, it's going right to my library. Right. Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. The thing is gorgeous. Yeah, it's 40 years old. And I imagine the maintenance to keep it flying is horrendous. And this whole thing about the the paint scheme for Air Force One, well, I'm glad you got that done, Zach. Oh my goodness. Sonny, the gift that keeps on giving, right? Well, I'm glad that you got that much done. Yeah, what I had said, Zach, is that on weekends that I'm going to start an hour later. That way I can do whatever errands that I want to get done in the morning, and then, you know, 1 o'clock my time would be 3 o'clock her time. So I can get all of my errands done between 8 and noon. Yeah, I've seen trees fall on houses, do lots of damage. So we're going to do this time, which is noon my time and 2 Eastern, Monday through Friday, and then an hour later, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, pine trees, some species of pine don't last long. They die off and then, but I'm glad that you're okay, Zach. But things are heating up. Um, Trump got, now this is a shocker, got Zelensky and Putin to meet face to face in Switzerland, I think, no, in Turkey on Thursday. And he said, I'm going to be over that way. I might just stop in and make sure that it happens. Yeah, pine beetles, they had that problem in Florida when I lived in Florida. Pine beetles do great damage to pine trees. Great damage. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. He apparently has quite a nose candy problem. And you know who else has a nose candy problem that had come out is Starmer and Macron and the prime minister of, or president, whatever he is, of, they call it chancellor of Germany. Yeah, he snatched that up so fast and put it in his pocket. They tried to say that it was a tissue, and Benny rolled back the tape and played it slow motion. That was a baggie on the table, and there was a spoon next to the baggie. And Macron grabbed the baggie, and the other guy grabbed the spoon. But the spoon wasn't next to the glass of water, the spoon was next to the bag. Yeah, they all freaked out. Yeah, coked out is right. Well, that should be about done. She started it at like quarter to 10 and it runs for 2 hours. So, like 10 or 15 minutes, it should be done. Actually, she started at 10:30. So, 10:30 to 12:30 would be 2 hours. Yeah, washing my spoons. It's usually not this loud, though. All right, that's what I got for y'all today. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time. You guys have a good day. Bye for now.